Hello, Helena and Elijah. How are you guys doing? I think it's high time that I got back to you with some more Make Room for Elisa. It has been way too long, but I have been so busy with end-of-year work projects that my brain feels like this. Has your brain ever felt like this? But anyway, I decided that I am not going to wait for all this work project to be over before I get back to Make Room for Elisa, because I would rather get fired than skip another week of reading to you guys. Hey, if I get fired, I won't be able to afford to live in my house anymore. So I'll have to come live with you. Would that be this, or this? We can talk about that later. If you remember, the last time that we had our story time, Russell and Elisa had just moved into their brand new apartment with their family, and Elisa had run into the bathroom and closed the door, and the door handle came off in her hand, and she got locked in the bathroom. And they were trying to figure out how they were going to get her out. So I think Russell was supposed to call her mom to come do something. So let's find out what the heck is going to happen to Elisa locked in the bathroom. But you know what? If I was going to be like locked in somewhere, to me the bathroom is the best place to be, because I always get afraid that if I get like locked in somewhere, that I'm going to have to go to the bathroom. So what better place to be locked in than the bathroom? Do you guys agree? I think you probably do. Anyway, let's go. Elisa sat down on the tile floor. It felt cold on her bare legs. She put the thumb of her right hand into her mouth and traced the pattern of the tiles with the finger of her left hand. She wondered how long it would take until her mother was able to open the door. She wished she had a rug to sit on, and she wished her stuffed animal airmail was with her for company. "Elisa," a voice called out. It was Mrs. Michaels. "I'm trying to open this door." Oh, and here we have a picture. It's of Elisa sitting there on the bathroom floor, waiting for them to get her out of the locked bathroom. "I want to come out," Elisa called back. "I know, honey, but we have to figure out how to get the door open." "What are you doing in there?" Russell wanted to know. "I'm sucking my thumb," said Elisa, removing her right thumb from her mouth. "You haven't done that for a long time," Russell commented. "Elisa!" Her mother called to her through the closed door. "I have to get Mr. Harvey, the superintendent. He'll know how to help us. Russell will stay here in the apartment to keep you company. I'll be right back." Elisa put her thumb back in her mouth and began twisting bits of her hair with her other hand. She looked around the bathroom. Her legs felt cold, and she was beginning to feel a little bit hungry. It must be lunchtime by now. Maybe she was going to be locked inside the bathroom all day long. Maybe they would never be able to get her out. Elisa wondered if she would have to live inside the bathroom forever and ever. She began to cry softly as she thought about not going to kindergarten in September. She wouldn't be able to see the new baby when it was born either. "Elisa?" It was Russell's voice calling to her. "Are you crying?" he asked her. "I'm scared," Elisa responded. "Don't be scared," her brother said. "Stick your finger through the hole." Elisa stood up and put a finger through the little hole where the doorknobs had been. She felt something touching her finger. It was one of Russell's hands holding her finger. "I'll stay here and keep you company," he said. Elisa sniffed back some more tears. It was less scary being locked in the bathroom now that Russell was holding her finger. How many days is it? She asked. Days? What are you talking about? Asked Russell. How many days have I been locked in here? Days? You've been in there about 10 minutes, said Russell. And when Mr. Harvey comes, he'll get you out right away. You'll see. Mr. Harvey came with his big case of tools. He didn't get Elisa out right away. After he poked around unsuccessfully with the door lock, he removed the pins that held the hinges together at the top and bottom of the bathroom door. Then he pulled the door away from its frame. Suddenly, the little bathroom was filled with light. Mr. Harvey and Mrs. Michaels and Russell stood in the doorway smiling. Elisa was free. Poor baby, soothed Mrs. Michaels. Elisa put her arms around her mother's round body. Were you very scared? Asked Mrs. Michaels. Now that the door was off, Elisa wasn't scared at all. She stopped hugging her mother and stood back. I'm not a baby, she said. I'm your big girl. Of course you are, said Mrs. Michaels. You were very grown up taking care of yourself in the bathroom. Mr. Harvey reattached the hinges on the bathroom door. Then he fixed the doorknobs so they wouldn't fall off again. You must both be starving. It's way past lunchtime, commented Mrs. Michaels to her children after the building superintendent had gone. What do you say we celebrate Elisa's release from the bathroom by getting some pizza for lunch? Yippee! Shouted Russell, and his voice echoed through the empty rooms. Yippee! Elisa called out too. She ran after Russell to the front door of the apartment. Mrs. Michaels joined them, and they went out into the hallway to wait for the elevator. Uh-oh, said Elisa, as the three of them entered the elevator. What is it? Asked Mrs. Michaels and Russell at the same time. I have to go to the bathroom, said Elisa. Isn't that funny? Because she just got out of being locked in the bathroom. Well, that concludes the next chapter of Make Room for Elisa. So next time, we'll be starting a new chapter. Ooh, and it sounds kind of mysterious. It's called The Accident. I can't wait. How about you? See you next time.